What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Let me finish getting set up here. I'm going to turn the volume off on my computer so I have at least the video pulled up. I'll keep watching that for in case Intellivision comes on, but I just want to make sure all the streaming and all that's good. It's all good. All right. And now I need to make sure there's a chitter chat box for me to look at. Yep. All right. I think I have all 50 boxes up. Again, I'm working with one screen. So, today's, I don't know, I guess the big E3 Intellivision Amico Especial. Let me just continue to configure here. I need to figure out how to do this so everything will be an even Steven situation. There we go. All right. So let me just check a few things here to see if we're even going. I was just on OEB Pete's, and he's like, I thought you were going live, Creeper. I'm like, I am at 12, and I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh, it's 12. 12:30 rather. 12:30. So, honestly, I don't think we're going to see anything new today. That's just my feeling. I think, like I said yesterday, it's going to be more for the intended demographic, the intended market. But you never know. Tommy likes to do things. So I got my notebook here to take notes as we go. I've never done anything like this before, so you're going to have to bear with me. I suppose if I had the microphone in front of me, that things would be better. Let me know in the comments if the echo's too much, because I do have this mic going, and I have the one for the laptop going for when we do start watching the stream. So yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. But all right, so we know Moon Patrol is going to be shown. I think I'm pretty sure Tommy mentioned Moon Patrol. You know what? Honestly, I came on 15 minutes early on purpose to try to do the whole prediction thing, but we did that yesterday. I don't think we're going to see anything new. I really don't. I think today's just going to be all about a cleaner presentation, a nicer presentation for moms and stuff like that. But you never know. So let me pull up the actual YouTube. We're going to watch the YouTube one. I'm not really into the whole Twitch thing and all that stuff. So we still have Riot Games up. I don't know who this dude is. Now, everyone has been warning me about how E3 does not like people streaming their streams. So what I ended up doing was just not monetizing this anyway. So now, as far as chatting goes, right now I'm not really here for chatting. The chat is open if you wanna throw a word or 12 up. But once I have the presentation up, I'm not gonna be able to see the chat. So please, if you have anything specific you wanted to talk about, save it for after the presentation. It's garbage day. If you can hear that, I apologize. Save all that for after the presentation. If if you have anything you want to say. I don't know. I didn't prepare for this. I brought some coffee, and because I'm almost out of the coffee, I don't have time to make another cup. I brought a backup Pepsi. I think Tommy said this was only going to be like 10 minutes or so. I don't think it's going to be that long. I think it's legitimately just going to be kind of like we've seen already, like a trailer reel or something like that. But I would like to see, first and foremost, the date. The date written there in big letters, 10/10/21. If I see that today, we're good. Well, we're good anyway, but... And also, I figured today would be a perfect time to wear my Amico Smart shirt that we purchased here a while back. As a matter of fact, that reminds me. I wonder if anything ever ended up happening with those cards aside from that one giveaway. That was a fun idea. I have 2 of them, actually. I have 2 of those cards now. So, all right, let me check in with E3 here, see what's going on. All right, we still have some guy with his hands in his, doing the whole typical non-defensive posture. When speaking with someone, using your hands is actually quite important. Believe it or not, it's really important. It's I don't know. So, all right. So we got everything going on here. All right, I think I'm good. So, what we'll do here is in a few minutes we will go over to the YouTube channel. I have it set up right here, I think. Yep. And then we'll do our thing. Disclosure: the thumbnail image, the E3 part, and the image you'll see on the screen right in the middle here in a minute. That's from Slappy Marsden. He made those graphics, so I want to make sure he gets full credit. He's the one who did Showmaster and all that stuff. Incredible electronic artist, and I can imagine what he could do with paints and stuff too. But hey, Linda, how you doing? Let's see. So, does anyone have any predictions and or wants and needs out of today's presentation? Again, I don't think it's going to be more than 10 minutes. I think it's going to be in and out. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that's it. Like I said 100 times already, in case people are just coming in now, I mainly just want to see either something new, which I don't think we're going to see, and I want to see the date. I want to see the date written there at the very end of whatever it is. Coming October 10th of 21, Linda says she's just going to watch Kings of Myths. I got to remember to do this every time I stream so I can read the comments. King of Myths, yes. Hello. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I was just over in the chat at OEB Pete's live stream. And I had this set up all morning. And I actually took like an hour nap too. I didn't sleep at all last night. I got a sore tooth. And he's like, "Aren't you streaming?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I just wanted to come say hi." And the first few seconds of my stream, if you were here, I didn't even have this in front of me. It was behind the laptop where I had it ready to rock and roll. But yeah, okay. So let me go over there and see what's going on. All right. So it looks like, let's do this. Let me do this. Let me put this up here now. I will put the sound on here in just a moment, and you guys let me know in the comments if the sounds are goofy. I love the torches on the side. Hey, thanks, man. That's my normal chat. That's what I do in a chat. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm weird. I like dungeons and creepy stuff. 3-legged dogs. The freak show. I'm part of the freak show. So, all right. Doesn't look like we're doing anything here right now. So let's go back into the chitter chatters. Let's see. Anything else? I kind of exhausted all my comments last night or yesterday when we streamed. But I would like to see. Let's see. What are we saying? Hey, I'm a dungeon master, so I get it. That's awesome. You know what? It's funny. I have some vintage D&D stuff here. I know nothing about, and I've been meaning to unload it on somebody who knows about it if it's something that they could use. But I just keep forgetting. D&D hype, amen. I never could get into it. I didn't have the patience for it. I didn't have the patience for it. I'm going to keep clicking back and forth just to see where we're at. So please forgive me for that. Creepers, Alzheimer's sucks, and Atari Creep rules. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do. And you're right, Alzheimer's does suck. And there is something that you can do about it. And, we just had a huge milestone this past couple of weeks with that new controversial, by the way, FDA-approved drug to slow down the effects of memory-related diseases, dementia, Alzheimer's, and all kinds of stuff. So amazing that we're finally seeing something after, 20 years, I think? The last drug that was put out there was like 20-something years ago, I think. And it's great. We're one more step closer to the first survivor. So when it says, let us see, you may have some rare stuff. You know what? I will afterwards. Remind me afterwards, Linda. It's not too far from me. I started on 3.5, and now I'm running 5E games. I have no idea what that means, but congratulations. I see the numbers increased, so I'm going to assume that you have elevated your skills as a dungeon master, and that's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, remind me afterwards. It's right there. And you know what? I can do it now. We got a few minutes before Intellivision starts. Let me just do this. Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. I probably should, right? Oh no, did we move it? Did we move it? Alright, so it's called the Basic Set number 1. I don't know. Guys, no joke. I know nothing about this stuff. I know nothing about this stuff. It's got a couple books inside. It's got this book. It's got this book. I don't know if we have time to show all this. It's just got a whole stack of stuff in here. A huge stack of stuff. Ooh, there's another book. Another shiny thing. I don't know if this is even related. I don't know. But just a whole bunch of... And then there's something in here called the critical charts. I mean, this is old school. There's graph paper in here and everything. So... Sup, video game polka. Nice. You know, I like a good polka once in a while. And Linda's like, I'll take it. All right. Let's see. You say a little, but 4E happened. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to belittle it. I wasn't trying to say like you moved. I mean, it increased. It increased. I wasn't trying to be a punk. So where are we at? Who's this lady? I don't know. That lady's not in television, so... I don't know. It is so good. Okay, yeah, cool. We'll figure something out. Get a hold of me later on. Because I'll forget. As soon as the stream's over... I forget shit. I'm going to forget it. I guarantee you. Let's see. It's ma'am. Okay. My bad. I still like polka. Okay. Is it alright if I like polka still? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. What do we got here? What is this goofy thing? I'm going to turn the sound on now. And we're going to watch this. Now, I'm not going to be able to see the chat once the Intellivision presentation starts. So please forgive me for that. We can all discuss it afterwards. Again, not expecting to see anything new. But we'll just see. We'll see what happens. As soon as the Intellivision thing comes on, I will hit the buttons to make the sounds happen. But we should be here pretty soon. Gaming news. Announcements. Interviews. Press conferences. I like that background. Play for all. Alright. 1 minute. 1 minute and counting if they're on time. 1 minute and counting. It's probably been 1 minute and counting for like 30 seconds, but... Alright. That's not an Intellivision Amico. Neither is that. Move this over. 8-Bit Glitch, what's up, buddy? Alright, for everyone who's either just popping in, I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a few minutes once we get started. So, if you put something in there and I don't respond, please save it for after the thing. That way I can actually read it. Alright, folks. It's 12:45. Let's do this. I just wrote Amico rules in their chat. in their chat. Are you ready? How do I watch the event? E3 has their own YouTube channel, so I would just seek that out. Let me see if it'll let me put a link in the comments, in the chat. Let me see if I can't get that for you. Hold on one moment. I don't know if I have links activated or not. But there you go. There's a link to it. Bryce. Here we go.
Come along with a new focus to bring gaming to your sofa. Ladies and gentlemen,
again, I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat, so... Exclusive. That sounds important.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tellerico.
There's
and
Tommy.
What an honor it is for Intellivision to be a part of this year's E3. I want to personally thank the ESA for having us be involved. And we have seen some incredible stuff. What a great time to be a gamer.
Look at the consoles in the background.
I've been in the video game industry for over 32 years.
Oh, I should have brought my guitar.
I've been part of the creative teams that have made some of the greatest video games of all time, including things like Disney's Aladdin, Earthworm Jim, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Metroid Prime, Guitar Hero. I'm even the guy who did the oof sound for Roblox. Don't hate me. In fact, I own the Guinness World Record for the person who's worked on the most video games in their lifetime. My mother's very proud. But I'm here today to talk about Intellivision and our brand new video game console, Amico.
Amico!
Now, Amico is the Italian word for friend. And that's basically what we've designed our entire system and games around. That friendship, that multiplayer, that couch co-op experience. See, when we didn't have the internet to play video games, so if you wanted to play with somebody else, you went over their house or they came over to your house. It was everybody in a room. Yep. In fact, I bet if you're a hardcore gamer, you're probably like me, and I bet your fondest memories of playing games were when you were playing with other people in the same room together.
Amen.
That's what we're all about.
Amen.
Now, I'm going to be honest. For a lot of you out there watching this, I'm not going to impress you with our teraflops and gigawatts and screaming processor and incredible lifelike graphics. That's not what we're about. What we are is a really simple, fun party machine that you can bring out when maybe some of your non-gaming friends come over. Maybe you have a husband or a wife who isn't into gaming as much as you are. Maybe grandma comes over and you want to play a simple motion control game or a card game or a board game.
Oh, I like the little graphic down the bottom there. That's nice.
See, all of
Have they been doing that for everybody?
Are built around fun.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's the most important thing for us, and gathering people in a room together to do it. Here at Intellivision, we've assembled an incredible, passionate team of game makers who have over 600 years experience making some of your favorite games. Everything we do, we focus on bringing people together and having simple fun. In fact, we've designed our hardware entirely around those two things. So for example, our controller is really unique. It has a color capacitive touchscreen on it. It really comes in handy when you're playing others that might not be as good as you in gaming. So it's a great way to give them little hints. For example, here in Shark, whoever's in last place, it will vibrate, because we have haptic as well, and then it shows the color of the clam that's going to release the next big bonus pearl. So only that player will get that information.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I knew that kind of thing was going to be there, but...
It gives you a lot of really cool and unique abilities to do game and game designs. For example, everybody has their cards and they can hide it in a game like Spades. And here you'll see it on
I used to play Spades a lot at the prison
pack-in games
with inmates.
free on every console. You can shake it and you'll feel the vibration. We have haptic feedback. And watch, you pour it out, boom, and the dice pour right out onto the screen. Motion controls are also really important, especially for casual gamers. So a lot of our sports and recreation, for example, will use that kind of motion.
I love the art
controls.
style of that game.
Cornhole, you're throwing the bag into the hole. By the way, this is another game that comes free on every console. Now our main disc is really unique as well. Most directional pads have 8 positions, up, down, left, right, and the diagonals. It has 64 directions and touch sensitivity as well, so the harder I press down, it'll affect gameplay. Here's a feature I think a lot of gamers are going to love.
Which is bad for me because I'm very heavy with my thumb.
You can go over your house, dock it in your system, and because it recognizes that it's my controller, we can now play all of my games that I own on your system at your house. As long as my controller is there, my games are there as well. Another cool feature that we incorporated is wireless contact charging.
I don't know if he's mentioned that yet. I mean, I knew about that, but
game's over, you just dock it right back into the base, and it charges for you. Another unique feature of Amico is that we have interactive LED lighting all throughout the console itself, the base, and all of the controllers. We also have RFID built throughout the entire console, which means you can get a gift card, for example, tap it on the system, and it shows up immediately. You know what's really cool about having the focus be people playing together? I'll give you an example. Astro Smash is a 4-player game. At any point during the game, somebody can pick up a controller and just hit the ship they want and go right into the game at any point. Now, for all you
just like old school arcade games, just drop a quarter in and jump in, kid.
Not only can you download games digitally, but we also have physical media as well, and we'll be releasing more information about that later this year. Now, here's something I think a lot of gamers will appreciate. We don't allow any loot boxes, in-game purchases, in-app advertising, or paid downloadable content. But what we do have is an
interesting, and I'll talk about that here in a minute,
where you can go in there and check your scores against your state, your country, the world, or the month, the year, and of all time.
Here's my buddy.
And those scores tie into our achievements as well. So if you have the high score at the end of the month of your country, we're going to email your certificate that you can go print out and hang on your wall. Now, as we all know, the most important part of any video game system are the games themselves.
Amen.
They all have to be super fun to play.
I love that.
And that's where we really, really shine. In fact, all of our games on our system are highly curated. All of them contain a single and multiplayer or couch co-op mode. And all the games on our system are exclusive or contain exclusive content. Like Retro Reimagine, where we take some of the greatest classic video games of all time, give them new graphics.
That makes me smile to see Atari games on this.
Add multiplayer and couch co-op. Some of the things we have, for example, 12 of the best games from Atari, like Breakout, Asteroids, Tempest, Missile Command. We have games like Burger Time and Bump and Jump, and even some of the best Intellivision games from the past, like Cloudy Mountain,
yes,
and Night Stalker.
Yes.
We have edutainment titles for kids 7 and under, things like Sesame
Be
Street,
like Cookie,
Care Bears. Now, our original IP category contains brand new games that we've created, a lot of times around our unique controller. Some of those games are platformers like Finnegan Fox, Bomb Squad, Space Strikers, Flying Tigers.
Nice.
And we even got the original Echo the Dolphin team to create our new title called Dolphin Quest. We even take more modern games and add exclusive co-op modes. Games like Rigid Force Redux Enhanced and Dino Blaster. Now, our sports and recreational category not only has big sports like
Where's the Red Sox, buddy?
Baseball and soccer, but also recreational sports like cornhole, skiing, pool.
Let's go cornhole us a drunk.
Now, our casual category contains many party games, dice games, board games, card games, things like spades, emoji charades, and even award-winning board games like Blank Slate, Telestrations, and Ink and Gold. Now, I've already mentioned some really big partnerships and licenses like Major League Baseball and Sesame Street.
Yep.
But we have even more, including things like Mattel Hot Wheels, Harlem
hopefully Master of the
Globetrotters,
Universe, too.
So much more. Now, we previously announced that we're doing a brand new exclusive Earthworm Jim game for Intellivision. And we got the original team to be working on it. We wanted to do something special. So we're going to give away 3 of these new prints.
Oh, nice.
All of the team members signed it. All you have to do is email cow@intellivision.com with the subject line Groovy. You have till the end of June to do that, and then we'll announce 3 winners at the end of the month.
Right on.
Thank you for spending a little time with us.
I want
today.
one of those. I am going to
Hopefully, as
enter
you can
into
see,
that.
Our approach is a little different than everything else that's out there.
Yeah.
And we really don't view others as competition. What we're doing, we view as complementary to what the video game industry is doing. It's such an exciting time.
That's a great way to put it.
To be a
Complementary.
fan of the industry, and we are fans of the video game industry. And you know, if there's something that you've seen here today that might be of interest, or maybe you're a developer who wants to make some games for us, maybe you want to place a pre-order, please go to Intellivision.com. We want to hear from you.
Nice. Very cool. Let me just make sure nothing else pops up. Hold on. Amico. Pretty cool. Okay. All right. Let's go back into this right here. Go into the chat. All right. So what's going on in here? GameStar. If you were chatting earlier, bud, I apologize. I could not see the chat. I was letting everyone know that. Same with you, Jerome. What's up, buddy? Groovy. Yep, groovy is right. I say groovy all the time. It fucks with people's heads. Now, I have a very weak mind after all these years of working in prisons and having my head hit 100,000 times. Have I seen the Finnegan Fox physical box yet? I don't think I have, and I saw that in that one little snippet that they had there. And they went retro with it. They went retro. Oh, cool. Cool, Mike. That's awesome. And they went retro with that. I think that was a question we were having the other day on Pete's Sunday morning chat thing. Open every box. He does Amico All Access on Sunday mornings now. And I think we were talking about whether or not Finnegan Fox, or discussing whether or not Finnegan Fox would get a retro box, or if it would be more modern inspired because of the game not being a retro inspired game. But I'm glad to see that it's going to get, the aesthetic is going to stay the same across all the boards. But if you notice, some of them have circles with extra little art in it. I think those are going to be the actual retro reimagined, and the ones without circles will probably be the newer titles. But they keeping the aesthetic. Looks good. And again, this is all speculation. I'm just kind of guessing here. The sports games did not look well. You know what? I was too busy not paying attention. I'm not into sports games. So we'll have to see. I'm going to take your word for it right there. MW Games, that was cool. Again, nothing new. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. This guy on the E3 just said he could count. He couldn't finish the Smarts game. Which one? Let's see. Okay, so I'm pretty much caught up here in the chat. So I did take some notes. We just spoke about the Finnegan Fox. I'm going to cross that off my list here. Controller. I wrote something about the controller. Oh, with the games built into them, so to speak. So I don't know if that's something Tommy's talked about with other people already, but again, it's something I kind of already knew about. That let's say Amico turns into what Amico's supposed to be, and your buddy on the other side of town has an Amico, and you're like, "Hey, dude, let's play the Atari Creep game." It's not a thing. Don't start rumors. And your buddy's like, "I don't have it." I'd be like, "Well, I have it. I'll bring my controller over." And you touch it to the console. And the console will say, "Okay, all right, which game do you want to play from your catalog?" And what would actually be really cool afterwards, if that game would stay there, but in like a very limited capacity, and then give you some kind of like a discount to buy it. Now that you've tried it, do you like it? It was $10. We can give it to you for $7 right now. You know, that kind of a thing. How fucking cool would that be? Again, just speculating. Dolphin Quest. I forgot that we were getting a Echo-style game. Wouldn't that be something? Yep. I'm actually trying to work on that personally here, not for the Amico. But every time I turn around, it's been kind of a fail. But we'll make it happen. I'm gonna keep it going. Tommy sort of looked like John. a little bit during this interview, being meek and mellow. Okay. Rest of the other games look just fine. Okay, yeah, you know what? The baseball one, the thing is the baseball one did look a little weak to me in past viewings of it, but I thought that was just because I'm not a baseball guy. I mean, I screamed Red Sox, but I just like picking on Tommy because he's a Yankee fan, and we hate the Yankees, so we hate people who like them. I mean, at least that's what it's supposed to be like. I don't give a shit either way, to be honest with you. I just like poking bears once in a while. But going back to Dolphin Quest, the one thing I have for that is, okay, so if I recall correctly, when the original Echo was being developed, the team was forced to listen to a lot of early Pink Floyd for the vibe of the music, you know? And if you listen to Echo the Dolphins' music, it has that kind of mellow. I mean, I used to jam over it with a lot of David Gilmour riffs, no lie. I would listen to it here, and I would just improvise over it. And maybe we should do that sometime here on the channel, since I do bring the guitar out periodically. Tommy being a musician also, I hope he goes in that direction as well. I hope they go in that same direction. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want the exact same music, but that whole Pink Floyd, very mellow, slightly psychedelic, I think that would be amazing. I really do. I think that would tickle my fancy, if you will. So I was glad that they mentioned Dolphin Quest because I completely fucking forgot all about it. Cal and Groovy, I'm gonna be doing that. I gotta go back into this video and see what the email address was, but I got that. Let's see. Complimentary, not competition. I don't think I've ever heard Tommy say that before. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That makes explaining it a little easier. Not that I think there's going to be groups of people that will still get it because they just don't want to. But I honestly believe that that's the perfect way to describe something like the Amico. It's not meant to jump in and be part of the gang. It's an accessory, so to speak. Not really an accessory, but it's its own little niche thing within that big circle. Think of like circles in a circle when you're trying to, you have the video game industry, and then you have the big three, and then on top of that you have this and that, and they're going to be somewhere between the big three and all the other stuff, And I think there is a little bit of a market there that they can carve into, and I think they should do fairly successful if they market it just right. And I think using words like complimentary, not competition, I think that'll help. You know what? Yeah, that's it. That's really all I have to say. Again, nothing new. There was nothing new shown. I mean, there was a few little things here and there that I picked up on that I didn't know about or didn't remember. But for the most part, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's for the folks that know nothing about this. To kind of make their ears perk up a little bit. So, I don't know. How say all you guys? The games do look fun. I like the retro stuff best. Let's see. I thought it was horrific E3 presentation in terms of new info. And, it wasn't any new info. It really wasn't. I don't know if I would use the word horrific. but in terms of getting new info to us, yes, it wasn't really all that. You could almost call it boring. I hate to use words like that because I don't want people thinking that I'm talking down to it. But most of us already had that information. We've been so steeped in it, balls deep. And all this Amico nonsense for the past however long. So we already know all this stuff. It would have been nice to have not only a longer presentation, but to see some new stuff, maybe some gameplay, maybe the console. It would have been nice if there was like sections, like his introduction, and then just show, I think a lot of us were actually looking for a lot of just show us, So this is going to be one of the consoles. This is purple. You can only get this in certain, whatever. I don't know. This is the controller. I mean, I know the presentation showed it, but, him doing his thing. Tommy does his thing very well, and it is what it is. But, no, I totally get what it was for anyway, so I can live with it. And I expected it. Same old stuff, really. But guess it wasn't really for us. You know what? And you're right, games are. But there's only so long that excuse can be made. Something like this, yes, totally understandable because it's a large platform for a very specific thing. From now on, we don't need all new stuff, Tommy. I mean, there was nothing of substance for anyone who follows Amico. Yeah, you're 100% correct. Again, predicted. The E3 presentation at the end. We're enthusiastic about it. That helps. Okay, good. Yeah, well, he was. I was hoping he'd have one thing, like a big thing. I was hoping for a date. I guess we need to talk about this. I'm going to put it here in my notes even though we're talking about it now. In fact, I'm using 2 lines. 2 lines to write the word date. D-A-T-E, I think is how you spell it, right? I graduated, but I ain't bright, okay? The date scares me because he didn't actually put one there. I would think if it was locked in 100% that he would be like, look for us in October, moms and old people. That kind of bothers me. But we'll see. We can't, let me do this. I can't imagine what it sounds like out there. I'm going to get rid of these mics. I should have done this as soon as the presentation was over. So you don't hear as much echoing, because I bet you that's obnoxious as fuck. But I would have liked to have seen the date on there, because that would have solidified it. I mean, if he's going to announce a date on something like this, you would have to be 100% dead on with it. And he didn't. At least I don't think I saw one. If there was one in there, please correct me. It was just so, But yeah, I that makes me nervous. I've said in the past that I am all for the delays, the initial delay, because I didn't want this thing to be rushed. With the pandemic hitting, I mean, no one could have prepared for that. Nobody could have prepared for that. The pandemic hitting and all that stuff. A new startup company trying to get stuff in a small fish in a big pond. I totally understood it, and I was more than fine with it because I didn't want it to be rushed. I didn't want them to find alternatives that weren't going to be as good as whatever it is they were planning on, So the delay was fine. They were talking about putting it out on this one specific time period. Actually moving it back to October of this year works for me personally. I mean, if they had done it like in July, I would have been screwed because I'm going to Disney. But and I didn't financially want that to kind of do its thing. But I do have the $200 put aside from another thing. But yeah, I wish he would have confirmed it. I wish there would have been something at the end that just said 10/10/21, and that would have made me feel a lot better. Because I will be a little bit upset. I think this time I'm still going to be Team Amico. I'm still going to be excited for its release, and I'm still going to support it. But I think my positivity level will go down about like 5% if it gets delayed one more time, and that's for selfish reasons. That's not because I'm upset with them or anything, or I think there's anything shady going on. It's a selfish, God fucking damn it, give me this damn thing now. You know what I mean? But that's about it. What's going on in the chat? Linda's laughing at someone. I don't know. That's what she said. I don't know what I said to that. That's why I hate the chat. I'll say something, you'll comment like that, and I won't even... Because I don't know what I'm saying half the time here. It was too damn short. That's probably what you're talking about. It was too damn short. You know what? I think so too. I think it should have been like an actual presentation. But that's fine. I'm happy with it. No dates. Well, right now it's slotted for October 10th of this coming year. Or this year, I should say. This coming fall is what I meant to say. But it wasn't confirmed in that video, so it makes me a little bit nervous. I walked on that one. Yeah, you did walk in on that one, Geek Hero. Thanks for coming by the way. I appreciate it. The Amico will be the Quibi of consoles. What is a Quibi? I don't know what a Quibi is. I don't have my ear to the ground. So his reaction was priceless to the chat. Right? Oh man, let me pick up my pen. But that's it. I mean, unless anyone else has anything to say, I think I'm gonna jump out real quick. You have a new subscriber, sir. I really appreciate that. I hope you dig the nonsense that is this channel. Don't expect quality or consistency in any way, shape, or form. But I really appreciate you hitting that button. I really do. I don't ask people to. I never do. I just ask for feedback. All that stuff, you know. So I'm going to go back and rewatch this so I can see the email, so I can try to win my Groovy Cow poster signed by all the peoples that I have no idea who they are, because it's cool to have. And I'll put it right next to... I'm telling you, Richard of the Bacon Ice Cream Company needs to teach me how to do this properly. So I can put it like right here next to this Intellivision controller thingy-mabobby. But, yeah, that's it. Let's see, we are 4.5 months from release. And Tommy has nothing. You don't know that. You don't know Tommy has nothing. I don't know that. Tommy knows that. Tommy and his team knows whether they have nothing or not. So, I don't know. I'm 50. Let's see. What is a Quibi? That's a good question. What is a Quibi? Get to the chopper! What's up, my friend? What's up, my friend? So, yeah, unless anyone else has anything they want to add in there, Jason S is on the right path there by creating dialogue. I just don't agree with that. I don't think he has nothing. Unless something came out that I didn't see or hear. But I think he's got something up his sleeve. But I am a little nervous about the release date. I really am. But that's it, guys. So, well, I hope I did justice. So this is my first time doing like a live stream of a live stream kind of a situation, and I hope it was tolerable. My equipment's not the greatest, but it wasn't meant to be. You know, it is what it is. So I hope you all do well. I hope you have a great, what's today, Tuesday? Is today Monday or Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. Linda, get a hold of me about this thing here. Actually, you know what? It's pretty cool. This one here, now that I'm looking at it, this dude looks like fucking He-Man. See, we can get the battle axe. That's awesome. You're going to get a pseudo He-Man thing. So, there you go. Guys, go ahead and leave your feedback. Thumbs up, thumbs down. All feedback to the Creep is positive. Don't forget, down below, there's a couple links. There's one to the Alzheimer's Association and one to my TeePublic. If you go to TeePublic, there's a shirt there that will benefit the Alzheimer's Association. All monies I receive from that goes to the Alzheimer's Association when they pay me on the 15th. And the other link will bring you directly to my Alzheimer's Association page where you can donate to aid in research to find a cure and to help those who have to care for their loved ones who are afflicted with this horrible disease. So please, if you would, my goal this year is going to be $2,500. Last year we broke $2,000. $2,500 would be awesome this year. We had a real good time at the end last year. I did the Pocky One Chip Challenge, and that was a hoot. And I'll try to come up with something this year if you guys get me to $2,500. But please, there's a lot of really good things coming down the pipe. A lot of great giveaways. A lot of great incentives that I'm going to start talking about here now that my mom's celebration of life is all done. And, school's going to be over here pretty soon. And I'm going to be able to just chill. And I got a lot of stuff here. The Game Czar, who's just here, his family donated something. That's really rad. I got it right over there. Hint, it needs to be framed. And I'll have that done here pretty soon. A lot of really cool things, not just for me, though. I got my buddy of the Bacon Ice Cream Company. I keep calling it company. I think it's Bacon Ice Cream Productions. He's got something huge he's going to announce here in the next month or so in relationship to my walk to end Alzheimer's. And I can't thank you guys enough for supporting me and supporting my sponsors. It does so much good in the world, in a world that sucks. You know what I mean? So let's knock this Alzheimer's shit right in the skull. And that's it, guys. Have a great afternoon. I really do appreciate you coming by. And until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye.